Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Chris Davis, and today we're going to do a review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now before we get into the review, I want to apologize for not uploading as frequently as I used to. Stuff came up last week and I had to deal with them, but we're back on our regular uploading schedule. Now with that being said, let's get into the review. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I really enjoyed this film. To me, this is the best Guardians of the Galaxy film. So if you were to put them in order, in terms of like which one is like the best and then go down from there, Volume 3, Volume 1, and then Volume 2. So I think 3 is the top one. And I really enjoyed this film because we got to see Rocket's backstory. We got to see Star-Lord try to like connect with Gamora and that whole situation. And overall, this was a really good film. I enjoyed it. There was some things that were like hard to watch, and things that were really hard to watch was Rocket's backstory and Peter trying to connect with Gamora. Those were the two hardest things to watch in this film. And when I say hard to watch, I don't mean that they were bad or anything. It's just you really feel sorry for these characters when they're going through their journey in this film. So this movie really kicks off with the Guardians being on nowhere. They're just minding their own business until Adam Warlock, he shows up and he tries to kidnap Rocket. The Guardians are able to save Rocket, but Rocket is injured, and when they try to save Rocket with the med pack, that activates a kill switch in Rocket, and so the Guardians have to go on an adventure to save Rocket in order to prevent him from dying. So things that I really enjoyed in this film, we got to see Rocket's backstory. We got to see how Rocket became Rocket, how he became this super intelligent raccoon. And it was all because of the High Evolutionary. The High Evolutionary, I want to just say this, I really wanted someone to take him down. I really wanted to see someone take the High Evolutionary down, because when you look at Rocket's backstory, it is really hard to watch. Before I saw this film, I saw people putting out posts saying no animals were actually harmed in this film. And I'm like, why are they putting that out? But when I watch this film, I see why now, because the High Evolutionary, he just botched all these animals. He didn't humanely put them down. He just botched them up and he just let them suffer. The High Evolutionary really reminds me of Sid from Toy Story. So if you don't remember, Sid from Toy Story, really bad kid, mistreats toys. When Woody and Buzz are trying to escape from him, you see Sid's toys and how he's mixed and matched toy parts, and his toys are like abominations and they're super scary. That's what the High Evolutionary did to the animals in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That's what he did. And I was really wanting someone to take him down, because like this guy, other than animal cruelty, he was a mass murderer. He wiped out an entire civilization he created because he thought, because they didn't reach the expectations that he wanted for their civilization. That's how messed up the High Evolutionary was, and I was wanting the Guardians to take him down. Seeing Rocket's backstory was really good, though it was hard to watch. Star-Lord, seeing him trying to connect with Gamora, that was hard to watch, because Peter, during the film, didn't realize that the Gamora that died in Infinity War, well, let me change that. the Gamora that came back in Volume 3 is not the same Gamora that died in Infinity War. They're different people. And just to see Star-Lord go through that process of trying to realize that was tough to watch. And eventually he does. He does realize that the Gamora that's with them in Volume 3 is not the same Gamora that was with them in 1 and 2 and that died in Infinity War. This is a different Gamora, and as Star-Lord said, this Gamora that's in Volume 3 isn't so bad. Other characters that really carried this film for me, Mantis was really good, so was Nebula, and just seeing Nebula's character development from being a daughter of Thanos, from being loyal to him, to actually saving the galaxy and saving people, that's really good. And Drax and Groot, even though Groot doesn't have that many lines, it was really cool when Groot finally said another phrase other than "I am Groot." He said, "I love you guys." And I like how Groot, he's big again, because forever he was small and tiny, but now he's big again, finally. Things I didn't like about this film, the animal cruelty, and also when they were on that Oregon satellite, I didn't really like that part of the film, even though there's some cool parts, some funny parts in it. I didn't really like that scene or that part of the film, because everything in there was just disgusting. Another thing I didn't like in this film, Adam Warlock. He was just underutilized in this movie, and I don't like how he was portrayed as an oaf. I really wish he was just smarter than he was in this film. I think he could have been used a lot better. Other than that, I really enjoyed the film. I really enjoyed the ending when the Guardians split up and Rocket's the leader and Mantis is trying to find her own path, and Star-Lord, Peter Quill, he decides to go back to Earth to meet his grandfather, and see them reunited was touching. And I really wanted to be there to listen to Peter Quill as he tells his grandfather where he's been for so many years. And at first I was thinking that the grandfather couldn't believe it, but look at the universe they're in, where people were blipped out for 5 years and you have the Avengers. It's not that unbelievable. So overall, really great film, and I'm excited that the Guardians of the Galaxy will be returning. So overall, great movie. I really enjoyed it. So that's all we have for today. If you guys liked the video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and all of you, have a great day.